I actually don't think Kristen Stewart is a terrible actress. I don't say she's a good actress, I just say she's not terrible. Obviously this subject takes a lot of explaining, so I'm going to go about this in a really roundabout way. So I'm going to take 3 franchises. They're Star Wars, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and if you don't know any of those stories at all, then you should probably leave the internet. You're going to get lynched. Assuming you do know one of those, I'm going to ask you to get interactive and go and get a pen and paper because I'm going to get you to write some stuff down. First of all, I want you to write your favourite and or the most memorable quote from the franchise. Next, I want you to think of your favourite moment from the film. Now, I want you to write your favourite character from the film franchise, and if you have more than one and you really can't decide, just write them all down. I don't care. Now I'm going to ask you some questions, and I would get you to write them in the comments, but YouTube broke, so you're not going to write them in the comments, so you know the answer. It's still the same thing. First of all, was your quote something the main character said? Second, was your moment something the main character did? And thirdly, did you choose the main character as your favourite character? I'm fairly certain that the answer to those 3 questions was no. The main reason for this is because all those main characters are actually kind of just empty vessels. They don't have many admirable qualities and we don't really want to be them. Harry Potter pretty much gets through every tough situation he's faced with through luck, an adult helping him, or a friend helping him. He never actually does much himself. Frodo doesn't actually do anything interesting or badass at all. Pretty much all the other characters in Lord of the Rings are more interesting and arguably more likeable too. You could argue that Frodo managed to destroy the Ring of Power and save Middle-earth, but if we're truthfully honest, that wasn't Frodo, that was Sam. And in Star Wars, out of all the cool guys and girls that do awesome and badass things, Luke isn't really one of them. And if you think not just about the actors who played those 3, but actors and actresses who've played lead roles in a lot of fantasy and action franchise movies, none of them are that expressive. The reason we don't want to be them is because we already are them. The characters become a blank canvas for us to project ourselves onto so we feel more involved in the story. Which brings me back to Kristen Stewart. I don't actually think she's bad at acting. I think it's her job to be unexpressive. I think weirdly, the bad acting is good acting. And the reason it seems bad is because there's no awesome or amazing or expressive or just badass characters around her. There's no Gandalf, no Gimli, no Vader, no Yoda, no Voldemort, no Bellatrix to distract you from how boring Bella is. You could argue that's bad writing on Stephenie Meyer's part, or you could argue that it's bad acting on Robert Pattinson and Taylor Lautner's part. I personally think it's both. Either way, hopefully I've opened up your mind a bit to thinking a bit differently than just the face canvas of what you see in a film. If I haven't, I'm probably looking really stupid right now. Thank you for watching, and I encourage you to unsubscribe from my channel to regain your social standing. If not, I'll see you soon.